Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but I want to speak about it. Why is it that people that own their own apartment, their own house, their own place feels uncomfortable letting somebody else know about themselves? For instance, if somebody needs to crash, somebody ends up being homeless, somebody has nowhere to go, nowhere to stay, right? For the night, for the week, for the month, for years, whatever it is, right? Yet you make them comfortable to stay in your place. Either you give them a little section in the house, or you give them a room, or whatever it is, but you make them comfortable. Why is it so hard to let them know when they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing? For instance, leaving a mess. They don't clean up after themselves. They're just being selfish, and they don't think about anybody else but themselves. We have to start taking it upon ourselves to start speaking up, because if we don't say anything, we don't speak up, these behaviors will continue. So with the behavior continuing, it's going to make things worse. It's going to create conflict within the home, and that's not a good way to live. All right. We have to find a way to let them know that they have to make themselves useful around the house. It's not about you just going to crash and take advantage of everything. You're not going to pay no rent. You're not going to chip in with rent. You're not going to chip in with food. You're not going to assist with cleaning around the house, doing dishes and stuff like that. There's so many things that you can let people know that they have to do. And if they don't like that, then guess what? So be it. They got to find somewhere else to stay. We have to start implementing rules and regulations in our home. We have to stop allowing people to feel like they could just walk in our house and disrespect us, because that's exactly what it is. They are clearly disrespecting our home, our own personal space. So that doesn't mean that you have to be very rude and obnoxious with the way you let them know, what to expect from them. No, you have to say it in a kind way, because at the end of the day, the last thing we want is to create conflict amongst each other. We don't want that, okay? We want to create unity within the family, of course. Unity with the family is the most important thing in my eyes. I've always said that. I've always tried so hard to keep, unity within the family. Unfortunately, it doesn't always happen that way, because everybody has different ways of living. They have different intentions, and so unfortunately things don't go as you planned them to go. But we have to start learning how to put our foot down. We have to start learning how to speak up. Speaking up does not make you a bad person. Speaking up is putting it on the table as far as what you are expecting from people, especially when you're allowing them into your home. The last thing you want is to be uncomfortable in your own personal space when you're just trying to help somebody. One thing I have learned, because I think everybody is like me, and I'm not saying I'm the perfect person out there, but I do have a big heart, and I do like to help people with the kindness of my heart without me expecting anything in return. That's just always been me. That's been my persona since a child. Like, I've always wanted to help others. It just made me feel good. But unfortunately, everybody is not raised the same, and everybody goes through their own trials and tribulations that they feel that they don't have to do these things. And these are like simple etiquettes. These are simple, like, out of respect for the other person. It's just like, wow, okay, this person's allowing me to stay in their house. Let me at least assist with washing the dishes, or let me assist with cleaning something around the house, or while taking turns and cleaning the bathroom, because at the end of the day, everybody takes a shower, right? So we have to start letting people know what we expect when we allow others to come into our home. Again, if they don't like it, then you know what? They have to look for somewhere else to go. And it's unfortunate, because a lot of people do not like being told what to do. But unfortunately, we have to start telling people what to do in our home, because if not, they're going to step all over us, and they're going to clearly see nothing wrong with it. And then to top it off, they will flip the entire story on you and make you look like the bad person when all you did was help from the beginning. So at the end of the day, because you want to avoid conflict or drama, you might as well start speaking up and start, protecting your personal space, your peace, your home, right? Don't allow somebody else to come, whether it's friends, family, whatever it is, to come and disrespect you in your own place. All right, because that says a lot about that person, and you don't need that type of energy around you. So don't feel bad for speaking up. Don't feel bad by saying no. These are things that I've learned along the way. It was very hard for me to say no to many things, and yet I got put in a situation where it made me look bad, and now it took me 40 years to understand that it's okay to say no. We were just conditioned that we have to say yes. Yes to family members, yes to friends, yes to everybody, and yet we're leaving ourselves behind. We are disregarding our feelings. How does it even make sense to make somebody else comfortable, yet we feel uncomfortable telling them what they should be doing in our own home, or how they should treat our own home? How does that even make sense? Again, not everybody is expected to be like oneself. Like, for instance, if you're the type of person that you will go above and beyond for somebody, don't expect the next person to do the same for you, because unfortunately, everybody is not the same. It's only a few of us kind-hearted out there, so we have to hold on tight to our blessing, because that is indeed a true blessing. It is a gift from God, because not anybody can just remain calm and still have that good demeanor behind so much trials and tribulations they have been through. And again, like how I said, I'm not perfect. I have learned throughout my years. Yes, it took me 40 years to understand that saying no does not make you a bad person. Unfortunately, people will talk about you, but regardless, people are going to talk about you anyhow. Whether you help them or you don't help them, they're going to talk about you. So always think about yourself first. Put everything, weigh your options every single time before you do anything. Weigh your options. Weigh what's good, what's going to benefit you, and what's not going to benefit, the pros and cons. Make sure you always weigh them out and just go based on that. But one thing I have always kept in mind is to always do the right thing, to feel what's right. Because even though we're getting hurt by somebody else, it doesn't make it right that we go and hurt them the same way that they hurt us. No. We have to be the bigger person. Unfortunately, it does suck. Trust me, I know it is like the worst feeling to always try to be the bigger person, but you have to continue to be the bigger person. It just speaks volumes about you as a person. Don't stoop down to anybody's level, especially when they're bickering and they're trying to make you act out of character. No. Stay humble and stay strong, Your attitude will say so much about you as a person. So don't give in to the arguments and the chaos and all this other stuff that's not even beneficial to your life. Try to remain your peace. And that is so much important, your peace. Remain with your peace and protect your peace. Protect your personal space. Protect your home. Don't allow anybody to come into your home and disrespect your home. Remember, if they disrespect you one time, they're going to continue doing it. And if you don't say anything, they're not going to see anything wrong with it. Maybe they just don't know they're being disrespectful. This is why it's so important, and why we have to speak up. If we don't speak up, they're not going to know they're being disrespectful. Or maybe they do know they're being disrespectful and they just don't care. But that makes them selfish. So you definitely don't need people like that around your circle. That's all I want to say, guys. So don't feel bad by saying no. Don't feel bad by putting your foot down. You have to take charge of your life, because nobody else will. Everybody will walk all over you and not care, because all they're thinking about is themselves. So you have to take it upon yourself to think about yourself, because nobody else will. It's a sad truth. But that's all I wanted to say, guys. Peace and blessings to you all. May you all be safe. Please take care of yourselves and stay out of trouble. I love you guys. Adios.